Hey everyone, I'm back again, and today I'll be doing another review. Plasticorresin is going to finally review Gyaos, one of my favorite movies in the Gamera series, Gamera versus Gyaos. Kaiyodo made this. This is the second figure that Kaiyodo made for the Gamera series, and this is series number 27. And here's the back of the box. Here's the front of the box. And when you open the box, you do see some of the, screenshots of the TV, not the TV, but the movie. It's pretty cool. And also there's a lot of Japanese words on the top, probably talking about the movie and the Gyaos. Let's take out the figure and take a look at it. So here is the Gyaos figure. First impressions. Beautiful, just beautiful. Looks exactly like the movie. I just love how it looks. There's a lot of things about this figure that I like about it, and one of the things I like about it is the engineering. If you look at this figure, you will not see any kind of holes or anything like that portrays like any kind of holes on a suit or anything like that. And what I mean by holes is that when you bend the joint, there is a big gap or a big hole on there, and then you don't see that on this figure, not like the Gamera one. The Gamera one, the head, you will see a hole on the top, and some other parts of his body you will see holes there. And let's talk about articulation first. When I talk about articulation, you will see how good this figure is engineered. When you put Gyaos to look up, see how that joint moves upward right here? That is just awesome. Look at that. That joint, it just moves up. And you hear the clicky sound? That's the neck joint right there. And when you move all the way up, you could pose Gyaos in the flying mode, like that. And you could just move his feet forward, and he's in flying mode. Gyaos can also open his mouth. Let me open his mouth and show you. And there you go. You probably wonder why there is a hole in his mouth. Because there's a reason why. Because there's an effect part that Kaiyodo given us. So once you plug this effect plug part in the hole, and plug it in, Gyaos is shooting his laser beam. Like that. And there is also another effect part on Gyaos. There's a plane that's cut in half. In the movie, Gyaos was shooting lasers out of his mouth and cutting planes in half, which is really cool. It just shows that Kaiyodo was listening to his fans and made an effect part to cut the planes in half, which you can see from here. Like that. You probably see it better from here. Let me freeze a little bit. There you go. Also, one of the things that they give, if you haven't watched the movie, Gyaos loses his toe in the movie, and has given the effect part of his toe right here, and what you gotta do is just plug in into the hole, and then it looks like his toe is cut off. There's no point putting this onto his feet, because I don't think this is necessary, because it just doesn't seem right for this figure. I mean, you have a toe that is cut off, yeah, but there's no point putting a half cut toe onto this figure. I know it's a big part of the movie, but there's no need for it. Also, it comes with this Gamera that is flying, and flying off the ground. It's a pretty cool effect. They don't need to give this to you, but they give you anyway. That's a plus for this figure. But the big thing is that Gyaos. I don't care about all the accessories or anything like that. I do love the effect part of this. This is just original and awesome. Let's talk about this, the articulation. The wings can move 360. You can see from there. Also, the wings are made kind of like a bendy plastic, bendable, and you could bend the wings like this to make it fold. When Gyaos flaps his wings, he flaps his wings this way and puts his wings backward like that. That's how he does it in the movie. This is how you're supposed to pose him. And I'll close his mouth. He looks better closed in his mouth. Just look at the eye detail. It's just amazing. Let me zoom in for you on the eye detail. I liked it. It's just awesome. And the claws can move up and down, and you can bend at a 90 degree. You could bend it more, but the plastic will, push it away a little bit. It doesn't hold in place that well. Also, you can hear the clicky sound of the wings. Also, the chest can, bend like that, but it tends to fall apart when you bend it too much. So, I think the maximum is just like that. That's about it. And also, the legs can go up and down a little bit, like that much, and can bend at a 90-degree angle. The feet can bend all the way back and forward and rotate 360. Also, the tail can move up and down too, which is really good. So there's a lot of articulation in this figure. Just awesome. My favorite figure for 2014 is Gyaos right now. The reason why is that it looks exactly like the movie. It has tons of articulation. It has a really nice joint on his head that really hides everything when you put him into flying mode. If you look from the top, there's no gaps or anything that can show you that this is a articulated figure. When you first look at this figure, you might even think that this figure is just a static figure and not an articulated figure, which is cool. And my other favorite thing about this figure is that it has the effect part that shoots the plane in half, which is really nice. Well, there's many things about this figure that I like, but I haven't talked about stuff that I dislike about this figure. I think the only thing I dislike about this figure is that the toe that they gave you. As you can see, let me zoom in how they made the toe. It's just useless, for real. There's no point having this toe like that. Also, another negative thing about this figure is that it doesn't stand straight up. It kind of leans sideways a little bit. But if you do play around with it a lot more and you angle a little bit more, it does stand up a little bit straight a little bit, but it doesn't stand straight up when you take it out of the box. That's the only negative thing about it. You probably need to play around with the joints. I haven't played around with this figure yet that much, so I don't know. Let me see if I could push it up a little bit and see if it stands straight up. Let me see. Yeah, it stands pretty straight, but not completely straight up. Yeah. There's still a little bit tilt in this figure, but that's just the little things about this figure. I mean, there's not really a negative thing. Just a little bit of negative on that. Anyway, this figure is around, I think it was like $35. well worth the money. You can still go find it online. They're still selling it. If you get a chance to, see this review and you like Gyaos a lot, you should go pick one up because it might get sold out soon. These things do get expensive when everything is sold out. I mean, not everything's sold out, everywhere is sold out. And some of the auction prices go up, and that's not good on the pocket because you need to get it for a more expensive price. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments about this figure, leave them below. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if you like this video, click on the like button. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.